Maggie Downham is taking measurements to determine the age of a tree at Sadler's Woods in Haddon Township, New Jersey.
Now this only works for forest trees. It doesn't work for your house tree. Because if a tree is growing all by itself in an open area, it doesn't spend any time going up. It spends all its time getting wide.
She moved to the region in the early 1980s and became part of the effort to preserve this eastern old-growth forest that includes beeches, oak, and other species. Experts say some of the larger trees could be over 300 years old.
Less than 0.4% of all forests on the East Coast can be classified as old growth. And of course that means big old trees, but it also means a diversity of species, and it also means a rich understory layer. So you don't get to see that very often.
Janet Gaynor Jacobs moved here in 1999 from North Carolina and began enjoying the woods. The 25-acre forest is named after Joshua Sadler, a runaway slave who escaped a Maryland plantation and settled in these woods. The trees also provide a layer of protection for Sadler's Run, part of the Delaware River watershed. The successful effort to preserve Sadler's Woods stretches over 2 decades. There were residents who strongly supported leveling the woods for soccer fields. It often became a bitter battle between two sides who saw different uses for this land, but a number of strategies helped push public support toward preserving the area. First, the preservationists conducted a recreational open space analysis that showed it was more costly to build the new soccer fields than to install artificial turf on existing fields.
It was cheaper, and that was the solution. At that point, the field knocking the trees down went off the table.
The citizens then had arborists provide information on how rare the forest is.
The awareness changed, and the value of these woods became apparent. And so that really became a groundswell of the passion to preserve Sadler's Woods.
Another step, working with several neighborhood groups who had their own separate reasons for opposing the construction of the soccer fields.
For instance, the people in the apartments over here, their issue was parking, noise, trash, things like that, the quality of life issues. They did not want to see across the street from them. They didn't want that impacting their life.
The residents who work to preserve Sadler's Woods say people working to protect natural resources elsewhere can learn from their experiences.
Now granted, not every open space in every small town is an old-growth forest, but you have to show people the value of having that open space. There has to be something, and you have to find in the town what the value is.
In the end, we had over 1,800 signatures for Haddon Township residents to the administration in favor of preservation. And it's an amazing success story, and I'm so glad to have been just a part of it.
This project was funded in part with a Franklin Parker Conservation Excellence Grant given by the New Jersey Conservation Foundation.